What?
What?
What the hell is this?
Harumph. I didn't get a harumph out of that guy.
Give the governor harumph.
Harumph? You watch your ass.
I see you shiver with anticipation.
Let the show begin.
Hey everybody, this is David Heretic coming at you with another edition of Reactions, Reviews, and Rants. And tonight, alright, we're going back to Bruce Springsteen. Yes, indeed. Bruce Springsteen fans, feeling you. Come on now. Here we go. Before we go any further, for those of you who are feeling inclined to doing all of the clicks and the likes and the bibbidi-bobbidi-bop, do me a favor. Before you do all that stuff, please watch the whole video first, okay? Give me a chance to actually earn those clicks and likes. Now, after the video's done, if you still feel like doing all those clicks and likes, then by all means, feel free to click away. This comes as a request from JFK, and this is actually one of JFK's 3 prioritized requests for the month of January for being a gold tier member on the Patreon page. So, here you go, JFK. Hope you enjoy the show, man. JFK wanted to see me react to this. It is Bruce Springsteen and Eddie Vedder. So we got 2 superpowers on the stage here. Performing, if I'm not mistaken, they're going to be performing the Pearl Jam song, Better Man. Now, have I heard the song before? Okay, full disclosure here. If this is a live performance of the Pearl Jam song, Better Man, then yes, I have heard it before. I've heard it. I've done 2 reactions to this song now, the studio and a live performance. So yes, I've heard the song. I'm familiar with the song. I've reacted to the song several times on the channel. Now, having said that, I've never seen this performance or heard this performance of Bruce Springsteen and Eddie Vedder performing the song. So, and this is basing on the assumption that this might be a completely different song. This might not even be the Pearl Jam song. So, I'm not really sure how this is going to go. We're going to have to kind of play this one by ear and see what happens. Let's see. This was posted by NothingMan54. Okay. And the video has 1.6 million views. It'll get you there. Other than that, there's really nothing else left to say. Link to the original video will be down below in the video description for your viewing pleasure at your leisure. Let's get started. What do you say? You ready? Are you ready? Because here we go. All right, here we go. Bruce Springsteen and Eddie Vedder, Better Man. I'm guessing October 13th, 2004. That'd be my best guess. Now, my question is Pearl Jam performing and they invite Bruce on the stage? Or is it Bruce Springsteen and the E Street Band performing and they bring Eddie Vedder on the stage? I don't know that part. We're going to have to figure that out, I guess. All right, let's do this.
All right, boy, let's do this.
Watching the clock is 4 o'clock, it's got to stop. Tell him, take no more. She practices her speech as he opens the door. She rolls over, pretends to sleep as he
I think it's the E Street Band.
She lies and says she's in love with him. Can't find a better man. She dreams in 'cause she dreams in bed. Can't find a better man. Can't find a better man. Can't find a better man. Talking to herself, no one is beneath to. She tells herself, oh.
I'm going to go on a limb. I'm not 100% sure, but I'm going to go on a limb and I'm going to say that this is Bruce Springsteen and the E Street Band having Eddie Vedder come on stage and joining them. That would be my guess. I think the piano more than anything is giving it. Listen, I know Pearl Jam has a piano player. I know that he's more of an organ player than a piano player. I don't think I've ever actually seen him play piano. I don't know. Something just tells me it's E Street Band. So, interesting. Here's the thing. I mean, of course. No, listen. I'm not saying this to be rude. Okay, I'm not saying this to be disrespectful. I'm just saying this as a matter of fact. Eddie Vedder is going to sound better singing a Pearl Jam song than Bruce Springsteen is. Now, flip that script and let's have Eddie Vedder sing a Bruce Springsteen song. Who's going to sound better, Bruce or Eddie? Obviously, Bruce is. So it's an issue of comfort. It's an issue of familiarity. You know, it's not necessarily a song that might be written in Bruce's vocal range, you know? And I'm sure they're more than likely they are probably winging this. They is a very good possibility that they are just completely winging this off the top of their head. If that's the case, they're doing a great job. Now then again, this might be rehearsed. It might be planned. They may have had a couple days to rehearse this and practice it. Instrumentally, it sounds fine. It sounds just fine. There were a couple of moments where Bruce's vocals weren't right there, you know, by comparison to what Eddie Vedder did. But like I said at the beginning, Eddie's going to sound better singing a Pearl Jam song than Bruce is. Just like Bruce is going to sound better singing a Springsteen song than Eddie Vedder is. So there's that. Let's keep going. Let's see where this goes.
She dreams in color, she dreams in red. Can't find a better way. She lies and says she's still lost in him. Can't find a better man. She dreams in color, she dreams in red. Can't find a better way. Can't find a better way. Can't find a better way.
Yeah, okay. There's Max. Yeah, this is E Street Band. Well, Sean, there he is. Nice. That's awesome. Letting Eddie end the song with the jump. That was it. You saw Bruce tell him, dude, do it. Take the ending. Do it. That was nice of him. Well, this is going to be an interesting review. And I don't even know. I have an idea of, I have an idea of how I'm going to score this based on criteria, but I have absolutely no idea what the score is going to be. It's going to be, I will say this, it's going to be in the positives. We're going to be at a 5.0 or higher. I just don't know where we're going to be, but we're not going to be under 5. I promise that. So I need to think about this. Yeah, I really do. Let me get my thoughts together. I'll see you in the review, and we'll talk about it. Well, there you go, folks. That was Bruce Springsteen and the E Street Band with guest Eddie Vedder. Yeah, we figured that out towards about a little past halfway that was the case. Performing a cover of the Pearl Jam song, Better Man. This was a request from JFK. And this was actually one of JFK's 3 prioritized requests for the month of January for being a gold tier member on the Patreon page. So, there you go, JFK. Hope you enjoyed the show. Okay, before I get my score, couple of things I gotta mention. Number one, I've heard the song before. Okay, I've done a couple of reactions to this song on the channel. I did a studio reaction, I did a live performance reaction from Pearl Jam. So I'm familiar with the song. Since that's the case, I can't take the original song into account here at all, okay? That has absolutely nothing to do with this. So, what am I basing my score on? Well, there's 2 factors. One, live performance. Obviously, this was a live performance. The second thing is, since it was the E Street Band doing the actual song, this technically was a cover. So, I can take that into account as well, and a good thing too. If this had been Bruce Springsteen joining Pearl Jam to perform the song, I wouldn't be able to take it as a cover because Pearl Jam is performing their own song, just with Bruce. Luckily, this is the other way around. So this is, by definition, a cover. So we're going to be okay here, I promise. Now, having said all that, let's get to the score. On a scale of 1 to 10, I'm going to give that a 7.7. Yep, 7.7. I feel good about that score. Let me tell you why.
Why?
Okay, first things first, 7.7. What does that mean? Well, a 7.7 would translate to a really good skill rating. So overall, I think this was a really good cover and live performance. It would also get 4 to 5 stars and a B+ letter grade. So there you go, a 7.7, really good skill rating, 4 to 5 stars, and a B+ letter grade. Now, how did I come up with that score? So glad you asked. Let's take a look at the cover. Let's take a look at the live performance of this cover. Now, I don't know if this was rehearsed ahead of time or if this was literally a, fly by the seat of our pants, hopefully everybody knows it, type of situation. I'm not 100% sure. If it was any other band, I would say rehearsed. But the E Street Band are notorious for pulling off stuff like this, literally with, 10 seconds. You got 10 seconds to figure it out, type of thing. Remember the song, recall the song as much as you can, and we gotta play it. Now, the chordal progression on the original song, not that difficult. It's not hard at all. It's very easy to follow. There are some places, however, where it's not so much about what the chords are doing, as far as progression goes, it's what's happening rhythmically within the song and direction change. When we're going to transition from verse to chorus doesn't always line up. It's not a perfect copy-paste job. Sometimes there's a couple extra measures thrown in here and there. So they got to be watching somebody for the cue. My guess is they were watching both Bruce and Eddie, and Bruce was watching Eddie for those moments as well. If Bruce watches Eddie and everybody's watching Bruce, we're going to be fine. Or if, Max wants to watch, Eddie while Bruce watches Eddie and everybody else watches Bruce, that works too. As long as everybody ends up on the same page, that's all that matters. Don't care how you get to page 47, as long as you get to page 47, you know, at the same time that everybody else does. They played the song really well. Really well. I love how they started the song utilizing the piano instead of a guitar. I think that was great. Gives it a little bit of a different dynamic, a little bit of a different, not so much a direction, but a slightly different feel. I'm going to be honest with you, a little bit of a softer feel, because if my memory serves correctly, the song actually starts with a electric guitar playing the notes, whereas we have a piano playing the notes here. That was a nice touch. Everybody in the band did a fine job covering the song. Everybody did. I'm just gonna wrap everybody up into a nice ball of wax here. I didn't hear anything that sounded bad. I didn't hear anything that stuck out like a sore thumb. Especially kudos to Max for pulling the song off as well as he did. No, I didn't hear anything sour from anybody on stage, so everybody did a fine job. I talked about this at length during the course of the reaction, so I don't want to talk about it a whole lot here, but I'm just going to mention it. As far as vocals go, obviously it's a Pearl Jam song. Eddie is going to sound better than Bruce does on this song. Now, if you flip the script, have A stick around for a while. Have A stick around for a little bit, and let's do a Bruce Springsteen song. Bruce is going to sound better than Eddie. Why? It comes down to very simple word. One word: familiarity. Eddie's more familiar with the song than Bruce is. For all I know, this might be the first time Bruce has ever sang the song. Now flip that script, same thing. So I think vocally everybody sounded really good. Obviously, I think, you know, having Eddie on stage to sing a majority of the song was definitely a good call. As far as the live show goes, if I'm being honest, the live show was kind of a wash. Let's go down the checklist here, okay? Stage presence, yeah, check. I mean, Bruce looks good. The rest of the band looks good. Eddie did kind of come out looking like a roadie. If I'm not lying here. He, you know, the flannel and the t-shirt, and I'm like, looks kind of like a roadie, but at least he didn't act like a roadie, so we'll give it that. Stage energy, yeah, I'll give it a check. They were moving around a little bit. That was kind of nice. Stage interaction, I'm going to give it a check, but that was kind of by default because they were right next to each other the entire time. Now, they did turn and face each other. They did rock out with each other. So that is stage interaction, luckily. So that kind of simplifies my life. Crowd interaction. Unfortunately, this was the one the box that didn't get checked. And it's a big one. There was no crowd interaction at all. None. So that's kind of an issue. Showmanship, I'll give it the check. I think they looked good when they were rocking out together. Whoever was doing the camera work, would have been nice if we could have seen the whole band a little bit more. They were really focused on Eddie and Bruce pretty much for about 3/4 of this video. So that was kind of rough. Kind of wish we had seen more of the entire band. Maybe we could have seen some more showmanship, but we did get what I would call showmanship from the two of them, like interacting with each other and rocking out. So I'll give it that check. It's not the strongest check in the world, but I'll give it to them. Production, nah, not really. I mean, lights, but even the lighting was very basic, so I won't give them production. Yeah, like I said, the live show was kind of a wash. It didn't help the score, but it didn't hurt the score either. So that 7.7 is really more for the cover and the live performance of the song itself. So yeah, 7.7. I feel good with that score, and that's where we're going to stay. So let's wrap everything up here in a nice shiny bow, shall we? We have a 7.7, which is a really good skill rating, 4 out of 5 stars, and a B+ letter grade. Take your pick, I don't care, whichever one of those floats your boat. Final word, final score, I have spoken. Well, that's going to do it for this edition of Reactions, Reviews, and Rants. Hope you all enjoyed the show. Hopefully I was able to entertain you. If I was able to put a smile on your face and brighten your day, that did my job, and I'm so glad I could do it. If you guys feel like joining the fan base, go ahead and click on that button down there. If you guys want to like the video, go ahead and like the video. If you guys want to ring the bell, go ahead and ring the bell. It honestly doesn't make any difference at all to me, but if you guys feel like doing these things, well then by all means, feel free to do so. Well, that's going to do it for the night, folks. Thank you very much for watching. And as always, this is David Heretic signing off, reminding you to stay fabulous and support each other. Later. Peace.